Have you ever heard something crying when no one else was home? Sometimes, it's not the wind, not your mind, but something old, something forgotten. Tonight's story will make you think twice before throwing away an old toy. This is The Forgotten Doll's Cry. It was a cold autumn evening when Evelyn Gray, a young antique restorer from Bristol, bought a box of old toys from an estate auction. Most of them were harmless: tin soldiers, music boxes, porcelain figures. But at the bottom of the box lay a small doll, cracked face, missing one eye, and a faded blue dress. Its tag read in faint handwriting, "For Marybelle." Evelyn placed the doll on her workbench, planning to restore it later. But that night, as she worked in her dimly lit studio, she swore she heard something faint, a soft, muffled sob. She turned around, half expecting her cat, but the room was empty. Only the doll sat there, head slightly tilted, staring at her with its single glass eye. Shaking it off, she went back to work. But then she heard it again, a tiny, broken voice whispering, "Don't leave me alone." Evelyn froze. Her hands trembled as she looked around. "Who's there?" she whispered. The only answer came from the flicker of the lamp and the low creak of the floorboards. She stood up and stepped closer to the doll. The air around it felt cold, almost damp. She picked it up and noticed something she hadn't before, a faint sound coming from inside the doll, like a heartbeat, slow and rhythmic. She pressed the doll's chest gently, and the sound stopped. Then, in the silence, came a small, childlike voice, "You forgot me, Mommy." Evelyn screamed, dropping the doll. It landed on the wooden floor with a dull thud, and then, to her horror, it laughed. A thin, echoing giggle filled the room. She backed away as the doll slowly sat up, its head twisting toward her, the broken eye rattling loosely in its socket. Panicked, Evelyn grabbed a blanket, wrapped the doll inside, and threw it into the fireplace. The flames roared, but the doll didn't burn. Instead, a child's voice cried out, louder this time, "You promised you'd never leave me, Mommy." The lights in the studio flickered. The room shook. And in the flames, for a moment, Evelyn saw a little girl's face, pale and sorrowful, staring right at her. The next morning, the studio was silent. The fireplace was cold. On the workbench, where the doll had once been, there was only a small pile of ash, and a single blue button, the missing eye. Evelyn quit restoring antiques that week. But sometimes, when she's alone at night, she still hears it. That soft, haunting cry. Don't leave me alone. If you ever hear a doll cry in the dark, maybe, just maybe, it remembers you. Tell me, what would you have done if you were Evelyn? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves horror as much as you do.